Night falls quickly in the hills of central Vietnam. As the thick fog rolls over the red dirt roads, a tiny oil lamp flickers to life in Mrs. Lu's kitchen. The room always smells like wood smoke and herbal medicine, a scent that has lingered in the small house for more than a decade. When her son, Min, was just 8 years old, a sudden flash flood hit their village. Rain poured down in buckets, rattling the leaky roof. In a terrifying split second, the river burst its banks, sending rushing water, heavy logs, and sharp rocks crashing toward their home. Without thinking, Mrs. Lua grabbed a thin blanket, wrapped her arms tightly around Min, and used her own back and right arm to shield him from the debris. When the villagers dug them out from the rubble, Min was completely unharmed, crying only from fear. But a sharp wooden beam had pierced deeply through his mother's right arm. In their poor, remote village, proper medical care was out of reach. The injury left behind a long, jagged scar. The nerve damage permanently curled her fingers, leaving her right hand unable to grip anything properly ever again. After losing her husband early in life, Mrs. Lua became the sole provider for her small family, now with only one functional hand. To put food on the table and keep Min in school, she took on any job the villagers offered, peeling bamboo shoots, carrying heavy loads, or picking fallen coffee cherries on the steep hillsides. Her injury made physical labor twice as painful. Every time a heavy wooden carrying pole dug into her shoulder, the scar on her arm burned with sharp, throbbing pain. On freezing winter nights, her damaged joints stiffened up. Mrs. Lua would quietly get out of bed in the dark, biting down on the corner of her pillow so she wouldn't make a sound, rubbing homemade ginger alcohol onto her aching arm. Min grew up with very little, but he never once heard his mother complain. To young Min, his mother seemed invincible, a woman who simply never gave up. As Min entered high school, however, his perspective shifted. He became self-conscious about his mother's scarred, twisted hand and their run-down home. Most of his classmates came from better-off families in town. They wore crisp, clean clothes and were picked up on shiny new motorbikes. On some afternoons after school, Min would see his mother waiting at the gate in her faded, patched-up clothes, her right hand tucked awkwardly inside her sleeve. Feeling embarrassed, Min would pretend not to notice her, quickly walking past with his friends. Mrs. Lua noticed. She saw the uneasy look in her son's eyes and his hurried steps, but she never blamed him. She would simply take a quiet step back, hide her injured arm deeper inside her coat, and follow him home from a safe distance just to make sure he arrived unharmed. The night Min received his acceptance letter from a university in the big city, the small kitchen stayed lit all night long. Neighbors came by to offer their congratulations, praising Min for his hard work. Mrs. Lua just smiled quietly, her eyes brimming with tears behind the soft glow of the lamp. Late that night, after Min had fallen asleep, Mrs. Lua carefully pulled an old, rusty tin box from under her bed. Inside were small banknotes she had collected over the years, each bill smoothed out and neatly stacked. It was the fruit of 10 years of waking up before dawn and eating plain meals of boiled cassava and salted vegetables. The next morning, she pressed the stack of cash into Min's hands. "Don't worry about me. Just focus on your studies," she said gently. "I've spent my whole life bound to this red earth. You need to go out there and see how big the world really is." During his 3rd year of college, a sudden bus cancellation brought Min back home unannounced on a cold weekday afternoon. Stepping through the creaky bamboo gate, he froze at the sight near the water well. His mother sat on a small stool, wrapped in the freezing winter wind, using only her healthy left hand. She was scrubbing mud off cassava roots in a bucket of ice-cold water. Her scarred right hand trembled uncontrollably from the cold and pain. Beside her on a flat stone lay no warm meal, only half a cold roasted sweet potato, an almost empty tube of pain-relieving ointment, and a few cheap painkillers. In that moment, the truth hit Min like a heavy blow. During all those years in the city, while he spent money on new clothes and eating out with friends, his mother hadn't bought herself a single new shirt. Her sacrifice wasn't made of grand speeches. It was built on silent, agonizing nights in the cold, paid for with her sweat, her youth, and her pain. Unable to hold back his tears, Min dropped his backpack onto the dirt. He walked over, knelt in front of his mother, and gently took her cold, scarred hand into his own. For the first time in his life, he didn't pull away or look down in embarrassment. He pressed her rough hand against his cheek, feeling the calluses and the unconditional warmth beneath them. "Ma, I'm so sorry," Min choked out, his voice shaking. "From now on, let me take care of you." "Mrs." Lou looked at her son in surprise, her eyes softening. Hot tears rolled down her weathered cheeks, dripping onto the old scar on her arm. She didn't say a word. She simply reached out with her good hand and gently stroked his hair, her smile as warm and gentle as a sudden ray of sunshine on a cold winter day.